Khia, you basset hound looking bitch. Let's get into it. It's your boy Davion. Welcome back to my channel. We are here back today, which I didn't think we would be returning on the issue with the Queen's Court because everyone has already addressed the mishap that happened Monday night with Khia storming off in her motherfucking moped away from the Queen's Court because she didn't appreciate the technical difficulties and so forth and whatever. However, the drama has continued to bleed out across Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and Mr. Khia has found himself beefing with the gays and also continuing to take some subtle indirect shots at Miss Maddie. So I'm going to get into Mr. Khia, and then we're going to go into the Queen's Court as a whole.
We in the Queen's Court now, bitch. Hello?
First of all, bitch, you have the mitigated gall to clap back at fans because your ratchet ass was out of line, out of principle, out of EBT, out of fingernail polish, out of Borex, out of wood for your chimney, bitch. You mad because you out of line and the public is calling you out. Where they do that at? Khia clapped back at a fan on her Instagram page saying that keep them punks out your house, the production is fake as hell, fuck Monique, and take your tears over to Maddie's page because she's full of them. See, this is the shit that the public was warning Maddie about from the jump. This is exactly why the audience jumped all over Maddie and asked, why do you have this bed bug carrying bitch in your home next to you when you know Khia is fake, fraudulent, funky, and a motherfucking hater? First of all, I think it's interesting that you came for the motherfucking gays, bitch. You came for the gays. Every motherfucking celebrity blog you did prior to the Queen's Court was written, authored, motivated, and created by the punks, bitch. And you sitting over there on a thrift store bought period blood colored pleather couch talking your shit, acting like you above the rest. Khia, you a broke, one horse farm having ass, long titty, small teeth, synthetic copper grill, city trans fashion for less, dusty foot, late pedicure, wiener dog body shape, gutter snipe, doodle brown jankin, funky locks having, crumb crop trollop. That's what you are, bitch.
It don't affect me. It don't affect me.
Before we even get any further into your relevant, irrelevant, I'm big, not big motherfucking ass, let me go into Maddie. And Maddie, let me say this to you. I'm not friends with Khia. I'm not friends with Caddy. I don't know either one of them personally. I adore Maddie. I appreciate Khia in her respected field. But as a person, the bitch gets 2 middle fingers and a sick dick. Maddie, we went on your Facebook. You had the audacity to be clapping back in the comment section with the fans about the production. You're doing videos showing us the behind the scenes. I don't need no crowdfunding. When I say it was a mishap, it was a mishap. When I say it was just a little technical difficulty, it's just a little technical difficulty. Okay, bitch, we get that. But the bitch who you need to be clapping back at and the bitch who you need to be convincing that this was just a small pothole compared to an ocean of issues, it's the raggedy hyena sitting next to you named Khia. That's the bitch who made it a big deal that the little technical difficulties were enough to walk her ass off set. Your co-host made it a big deal about what was going on behind the scenes. Your co-host got her ass up and grabbed her motherfucking satchel and got the fuck out of there over what you are making out to be small technical difficulties. So as much as you clapping back at the public, I would love if Monday you sat Khia down and you clap back at that bitch in front of us and let us know at least if you're gonna be coming for us that you done came for this bitch as well. Because the public only made a big deal out of what Khia made a big deal out of. If Khia would have sat her flat-assed brick wall shaped ass down and just bared through the show, work things out reasonably, close the show out and reschedule with class along with you, you wouldn't have had half of the feedback that you had on your channel, on YouTube or Facebook about the situation. So I feel like all of your frustration is misguided. See, what's going to happen, Miss Maddie, is that your ego and your pride is convincing you that you have something to prove to the public. The public is for you. The public loves you. The public is rooting for you. That's why they stand behind your social media presence. That's why they stand behind your celebrity. That's why they stand behind your projects. That's why they subscribe to your page. It's why they look for the things that you do, because you are one of the only bitch in the LGBT community especially that hoes have pushed past their own jealousy for, that they've pushed past their own wickedness for, to support. Because you know, in our community, we hate like a motherfucker on one another. That's what the LGBT does. You are one of the only bitches who have been the exception to the rule, and people, even your own peers, your own brothers and sisters, are rooting genuinely for you. The bitch who is not rooting for you is the bitch you're spending $2 grand on to do a show with. The bitch not rooting for you is the bitch who aired you out in front of 10,000 viewers on a show y'all have together and left you for dust. Told you she was bouncing, she would call you tomorrow, and then got on her Instagram and shaded you and told y'all fans to go direct their tears to your weak ass, which is basically what she was saying. I take your tears to Maddie because she's filled with them. But you round here clapping back at us. Maddie, pump your motherfucking brakes. I know that it's hard to be humbled and it's hard to hear the real thing, but fuck that. Like, you a real bitch, you grown. You know that what the public is saying. They're making valid points about Khia. They're making valid points about what happened on the Queen's Court. Hell, most of the commentary and the videos have been dedicated to roasting Khia and sympathizing with you. Let that shit slide. After all, the hashtag for the Queen's Court is, it's just gags and roasts. Don't take it personal, you guys. This is just our honest opinion. Well, this is our honest opinion as well. Because I feel like what's going to happen is you're going to just sabotage everything that you have going on because you're willing to be passive about all the shots Khia is throwing. And you're willing to be passive about the way she handled things Monday night, just so that you can show up on Monday with her on Queen's Court to prove a point to the public. Like, aha, I got you. Y'all thought we was beefing. Y'all thought, And baby, the joke is still gonna be on you, Maddie. Because everybody and their mama know that Khia is a serpent. The bitch is reptilian. It ain't gonna mean you nothing, and it ain't gonna be well for you trying to prove something to us by taking it easy on Khia, but going hard on the public just so you can show up and prove that you and Khia have something real, because all of us know the shit ain't real, baby. Khia is using your ass as a means to an end. See, the issue is you are genuinely Khia's friend. You genuinely look at this rat mouth bitch as a sister. Khia look at you as a means to an end. And Monday night was a prime fucking example of how the bitch don't care nothing for you, don't mean nothing for you. And the only reason Khia stayed around and came to your aid when Miss Eve passed, and rest in peace to the spirit of Miss Eve, but the only reason Khia played that position was because Khia was securing the motherfucking bag. Khia didn't want you to get so fucking depressed that you put the Queen's Court on hold. So that bitch made sure to move in with you, keep you laughing, keep you high-spirited, so that she could continue to secure the bag for her fucking self. See, Khia is a motherfucking opportunist. When you think about Khia's history in the industry, had beef with Janet Jackson of all people. Who has beef with Janet Jackson? Who has beef with Janet Jackson? Having beef with Janet Jackson is like having beef with the smiley emoji. If you can piss off the happy emoji, then there's something really fucking fucked up about you, not Janet. This bitch done had beef with Trina, Trick Daddy, Plies, the whole fucking nine. And who is the common denominator? I'll wait. Oh, Khia, remember all those videos prior to the Queen's Court where you was asking Khia, let's do some songs together, let's do some remixes, let's remix My Neck, My Back, No Trust, No Nigga, No, and you had out your pen and your paper and you was literally doing lyrics with this bitch and trying to come up with a song with this bitch, and you was seriously trying to work with this bitch and get in the studio with this bitch, and this bitch was acting like she was about that life with you, and then the most she gave you was an intro on Next Caller, which wouldn't even happen if there would have been a Queen's fucking Court, which then tells you that Khia personally does not believe in your fucking artistry. See, Maddie, I don't know if you catch the shade. It's just ridiculous how much it looks like you're overlooking. Prior to the Queen's Court, when Khia was coming on your platform talking, and Khia was saying how I don't fuck with nobody, I don't follow nobody on Instagram, y'all don't see me with no whores, no bulldaggers, no porn stars. You fit a lot of that description because you are a self-proclaimed ex-whore. You are an ex-porn star, and here it is. This prehistoric space alien bitch sitting next to you is telling you that she don't fuck with people who are in the sex industry, people who have been promiscuous, and you are just letting it all go. And now you in business with this bitch, and this bitch still isn't even doing damage control because Khia is a self-sabotaging, bitter bitch who's introverted and very hurt about some shit that ain't got to do with us. It ain't got to do with you. This is some shit that comes somewhere from within Khia's experience as a child, as a young person. I don't know what it is, whether people told her she was ugly her whole life, if men always rejected her growing up. I don't know whether she felt like she was inferior because she's a brown-skinned woman. I don't know what the motherfucking complexities of Khia are. But what we do know is that the bitch got major issues and the bitch don't give a fuck about you. And rather than you thinking you got something to prove to us about your relationship to Khia, I hope you keeping it even more motherfucking 100 with yourself and delegating the situation with Khia in a better way. Now, Khia was on Instagram, you know, talking about fuck that fake ass production. You gonna call a production that you've been co-signing up until Monday a fake ass production. But bitch, the Queen's Court is of higher grade of quality than any of your homemade bootleg ass music videos have ever been, bitch. And then because the fans is coming for you and Maddie is still trying to do damage control to keep shit leveled and to keep shit down, you don't got enough fucking common sense, humility, or love for your sister to even play your fucking part. You just throw her ass under the motherfucking bus too. So I guess it's fuck Monique, fuck Maddie, fuck the Queen Court, fuck them punks that Maddie always have in her fucking house, fuck that fake ass production. Khia, I am through with you. See, what you don't know, bitch, is that we only accepted you on behalf of our acceptance of Maddie. Because Maddie was fucking with you, we was willing to put aside all of our shit, bitch, to give you a chance. But since we've given you that chance, you've epically blown it like you've blown your entire life. We gonna put you back where you was, bitch, and back in the doghouse chained to the tree where your ass was.
It don't affect me. It don't affect me.
Because somehow you managed to get off the fucking leash and run through the doggy door and get into the house. But you done brought all your fucking fleas, all your toxicity, all your motherfucking diseases to a good thing, and we could do without. TS Madison, when you was telling Monique how, you know, I'm a trans girl, I have to do all this by myself, I have to do this on the internet, you are motherfucking right. When it comes to the Queen's Court is just going to be an internet sensation, because this is why nobody can fuck with Khia. The bitch is unprofessional, the bitch is untamable, the bitch don't know how to politic, the bitch don't know how to govern herself, the bitch don't know how to even save the bag when it's her motherfucking bag. Khia is one of those bitches who want to keep it so real. She want to be so guttural. She want to be so just freely herself, right, wrong, or indifferent, that she's willing to blow her own opportunity along with everybody else's who is involved. The bitch is a total liability. And it's a shame that Khia is dumb, stupid, and fucked out enough to not know that she has an opportunity to be her authentic self, but to just delegate her business affairs in a better way so that she can be Khia and continue to have access to the industry that has abandoned her. Because the bitch ain't never been featured in nobody's live performances, on nobody's VMAs, on nobody's Grammys, on nobody's BET Awards. The bitch ain't never been nominated for no type of Grammy, no type of AMA, no type of Teen's Choice, no nothing. And then everybody who she fuck with in the industry, Janet put the bitch on the television screen in the goddamn music video because they had that bitch on the National Geographic channel. Trick Daddy didn't even pay Khia for a jump on the dick. He said, I'm offering you an opportunity because you're still an underground artist. You can be on the track. I'll give you free promotion, but you got to do the track for free. Khia said, as long as I get the rights to the song, I'll do it for fucking free. Everybody has paid you does. Now we see why, because for a minute, I think we was all about to buy the, maybe Khia got a point package. We was all about to buy the, maybe the industry has done Khia wrong package. For a minute, we was about to let her testimony be true for us all. But now, bitch, you're just a weak, bitter, hateful bitch. You are homophobic. You are fucking opportunist. You will use people who you don't love, like, or agree with genuinely as long as it benefits you and your agenda. And unfortunately, you've come into contact with loving motherfuckers like Maddie, who has put you on, who you are greatly indebted to. I don't give a fuck what Khia so-called fans. First of all, Khia ain't got no motherfucking fans. Khia ass wasn't trending on the internet, yet she got a whole fan base out here. Khia ain't never been trending prior to Queen's Court for nothing, for no reason, yet she got a fan base. These fans were converted haters. Y'all were the same hoes trying to run this bitch off of Maddie's live initially. I will stand by Maddie and support the Queen's Court on behalf of Maddie, but Khia will get nothing for me. I stole Next Caller off of YouTube, bitch. I didn't even purchase it.
Goodbye. And next call.
You won't get a dime from me, bitch. You won't get any personal support from me, bitch. I will never visit your personal page. I will never do any of that until, bitch, you get you some real help, Khia.
It don't affect me. It don't affect me.
You just a sad ass bag of nipples. And you should really just be ashamed of yourself. And I just can't believe somebody who has lost and who has been underplayed for so long in this industry has an opportunity to be resurrected out of the flames of a career that barely ever was. And here it is, you're still acting like an ignorant, banshee, dusty, scalp ass bitch about it all. And you're gonna let it all go down the drain, all because Khia is queen. And Khia don't take no shit. And Khia can say whatever she wanna say. And hoes just supposed to fall in line. And Khia just supposed to still benefit. And if Maddie falls for that shit, may God bless her. If she lets her do you like that, God bless her. But Khia, sir, you come here. Goodbye.